At what point does self-defense become an assault? It's a question most people don't think about until something's already happened. You may know how to defend yourself already, but you don't know when you have the legal right to use force. Do you know when you should stop? And do you know when self-defense can cross the line into retaliation or assault? This month, we're talking about action, the final part of our framework of awareness, avoidance, and de-escalation. We teach self-defense skills so you have the ability to protect yourself if you need to, but knowing how to defend yourself is only part of being prepared. You also need to understand the laws where you live. Remember, this information is for general educational purposes and isn't legal advice. Seek legal advice from an attorney in your state. Self-defense and use of force laws vary state to state and depend on the circumstance. Every state is different. We live in Texas. The law in Texas allows you to use force that is reasonably believed to protect yourself against imminent harm in an attempt to do something that's unlawful. Right? But circumstances matter. That's what we talk about at every one of our seminars. It's important to us that you understand surrounding the self-defense is not just physical skills. Knowing how to throw a strike or escape from a grab is only part of being prepared. You also need to understand the decisions you may have to make and the laws that apply happen when the threat ends, and decisions have to be made in a split second. One thing we always remind people is there are cameras everywhere. Security cameras, doorbell cameras, cell phone, dash cams, parking lots. If something happens, there's a very good chance at least some or all of the interaction is going to be captured, and the police are going to source that out. The camera may not just show the moment someone takes a swing at you. It may also show the 5 minutes leading up to it, what you were doing. Were you trying to create distance? Were you maintaining a defensive posture? Were you telling the story to someone that you don't want trouble? Did you have an opportunity to safely walk away, but you continued to engage? When you're escalating a situation, whether you know it or not, those things matter. Texas does not require duty to retreat when certain legal requirements are met. But just because you have met the legal right to stand your ground doesn't mean staying in the confrontation is always best. If you can safely walk away and disengage. Your goal should never be to prove a point or to win an argument. Your goal is to get yourself and your family home safe. There's also a big distinction between self-defense and retaliation. If someone presents an immediate threat and immediate harm to you and you believe it's reasonable to use force to defend yourself, you may have a case for self-defense. But once you stop that threat, that's when self-defense stops. If someone backs away and you go after them, that circumstances have changed into you continuing, and that may change into assault. If someone is no longer a threat and you continue to hit them because you're angry, you've changed the circumstances. If you decide you're going to teach someone a lesson, now we're talking about something completely different than protecting yourself. Self-defense is about stopping the immediate threat. It's not about punishment. It's not about revenge, and it's not about winning a fight. This becomes even more important if you own or carry a firearm. You need to understand the laws surrounding use of deadly force in every state you plan to have a firearm in. You also need to understand that defending yourself or defending another person, your property, in the same way under the law with use of deadly force is very clear. Here in Texas, the laws are very specific with that. Don't assume that because something belongs to you, you automatically have the right to use deadly force to protect it. Don't base your understanding of the law of something told you, someone's friend told you, or you saw something on Stand Your Ground or Castle Doctrine. Learn what the law actually says. If you own a firearm, that responsibility becomes even greater for you to understand when you can and cannot use it legally to protect yourself. The bottom line is simple. Know the laws where you live. Follow the laws where you live. Keep control over yourself. Understand what you have to do so that way you don't become the person who gets in trouble. Good self-defense is not just about what we do physically, but it's also having good judgment to understand when to do it and how to do it properly. We want to have awareness, avoidance, try to de-escalate the situation, and action is our last resort. And if the moment ever comes, the goal is simple. Protect yourself. Make the person stop what they're doing. Create distance. Get to somewhere safe. If we can ever help you be better prepared, we would love to do that. At Silverback Self-Defense, we provide individual, family, group, and corporate training that goes beyond just physical techniques. We teach awareness, decision-making skills, and practical skills that can help you make a better decision when it becomes physical and how to respond. We'd love for you to schedule a call to explore more of the training options that are right for you, your family, or your organization. Schedule a call with us today. Let's talk about training. Stay safe out there.